This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29, and verse 6, and it reads to the Holy Scriptures, "And thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake, and great noise, with storms, and tempests, and a flame devouring fire." And this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9. And start at verse 2. This book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 2. "Then thou shalt understand it is a very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." Verse 3. "Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes in the worlds when people in the world, Shalom, first and foremost, like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Akakadash. Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely, and shalom to the Akim, scattered in the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too." I say shalom to the Akim out there, and this is from CBSNews.com by Emily May. It says Carr, if I pronounce her name right, from CBSNews.com, updated July the 16th, 2023 at 9:54 p.m. from CBS News, and it reads, 5 dead, baby and sister still missing at the Pennsylvania flash floodings. And this is a video clip of the show.
One way to avoid expense.
Excuse me for the ad.
Talk about tonight, and here's the latest, the worst first. In the Northeast, deadly flash flooding swamped parts of Pennsylvania and New England. Today, these storms also forced ground stops at Northeast airports. More than 6,000 flights delayed, more than 1,400 canceled. Out west, this is day 31, you heard right, of dangerous heat. More than 40 record highs are expected to fall today. CBS's Danya Backus is in Los Angeles, where the temperature is pushing 100. Danya?
Good evening, Mark. California's power grid is being put to the test by these brutal triple-digit temperatures stifling much of the state. While it's hot and dry here, the East Coast is getting slammed by summer storms.
Mother Nature's powerful 1-2 punch. A dangerous heat dome stretching from the south to the west and torrential rains in the east. Flash flooding in Pennsylvania left 5 dead and 2 missing.
We continue to look for the 2 children. We are not going to give up regardless. The weather is a factor.
Millions of Americans across 10 states are under a flood alert. New York's Governor Kathy Hochul is pleading with residents to stay inside.
A flash flood doesn't give you warning. It comes literally in a flash. And in those moments, your car can go from a place of safety to a place of death.
Hochul says recent summer storms have already caused about $50 million in damage. It's not rain, but blistering heat causing misery from Texas to California. Austin expected to hit 107 Monday, a new record. Phoenix now in its 3rd week of temperatures 110 or above, upping the danger of heat stroke and severe burns, especially on playgrounds.
It's too hot. Physically, they'll burn their skin trying to get on any of the equipment.
In Southern California, punishing triple-digit temperatures and dry conditions sparked multiple fires, burning thousands of acres and putting communities on alert for evacuations. Many in the Golden State are sweltering and trying to stay safe.
It's like I'm sitting in a baker and I feel like I'm gonna get toasted.
Health experts are urging people to stay indoors, drink plenty of water, and if you do go outside, wear light-colored clothing because heat stroke can hit quickly and often without warning. Mark?
Thank you, Danya.
You do stupid shit.
Here's your chance to try Lumi deodorant. I'm the founder, I get to break the rules, but you know what? You get to pick the scents, and here's what you get. You get a solid stick and a cream tube in the scents of your choice, plus you get to pick 2 free things. I'd recommend
Way too much water. You got to close before they do it.
Okay.
There's too much water in there. I don't know why you do that. Stop doing that. Let us still flood. There you go. Thank you. You don't do that shit like that. See all that water in there? We set it on a mount. It ain't gonna pour like that. This type of shit, you gotta put about three pair of pants in there, like you wash yours. You close. If you were laying down, you gotta put a lot of water in this shit. You can't do that. You gotta set it on the same one. Look about. Like your being
So as you seen that video clip right there, it was showing the record heat waves, floodings that we've been seeing throughout the northeast region. But continuing on with the reading, it says heavy rain and flash floodings again turning deadly in parts of the northeastern United States over the weekend. Multiple people were confirmed dead in a flash flooding hit suburban Pennsylvania on Saturday night, just 6 days after a woman died while trying to evacuate her upstate New York home amidst the mass floods that swept through the region and devastating parts of Vermont. 5 people died on a flooding roadway in eastern Pennsylvania on Saturday evening, when the area saw between 6 and 7 inches of rainfall less than an hour, officials said during a Sunday afternoon press conference. And bring that out again. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 29 and verse 6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flames of devouring fire. Right, those storms, heavy flooding storms. And that's what we've been seeing, for the past couple of days, within close to a week, as we're entering another week as well too. We definitely been seeing heavy floodings throughout the northeast region. Heat waves, droughts, wildfires, smoke, etc. So that shows you that the Heavenly Father and the Lord of hosts of Yahweh Shemel Shai is visiting this earth with these weather-like conditions. As I get back into the second Esdras, the 9th chapter, and verse 2, and I'm going to read it again for edification's sake. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 2 of the Apocryphal books or the Holy Scriptures, and it reads, And then thou shalt understand it is a very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Right, so the Heavenly Father is definitely visiting this earth with these weather-like conditions. Tornadoes, earthquakes, landslide, floodings, droughts, heat waves, etc. So with that, hopefully this lesson was edifying of this recent news article from CBSnews.com, published by Emily as of July the 16th, 2023, 9:54 p.m. CBSnews.com, as it says again, 5 dead, baby and sister still missing after Pennsylvania flash flood.
You ain't put no bleach on them, just throw it in there. That's stupid. You can't put the water get full like it's overflow. The motor ain't gonna come, because that type of steam ain't gonna do that.
And so with that, hopefully this lesson was edifying. I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem HaKarkadash. Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely, and shalom to the Akim scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And excuse me for the momentary pause. I was just talking to my OG. Well, Salakia for that. So with that, I would say shalom.